I've just had a spontaneous date with a Japanese lady in Korea.
This is me trying Korea's Michelin-starred dumplings.
And I'm with my new Japanese friend.
You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Sometimes travel surprises you in ways you'd never expect.
Ah, good. She even gave me a little snack. So cute. Bless her.
Just when I thought I'd seen it all, Seoul had another surprise waiting just around the corner.
Oh.
Korea has layers I didn't even know existed.
Oh, it's a church.
From the best fried chicken I've ever had to eating so much it became a bit of a challenge.
I'm starting to actively not enjoy it now.
But Korea isn't only about food and fun.
I caught you.
Conversations with locals opened my eyes as to what lies ahead for the future of this nation.
With rising tensions stuck in the middle between the US and China, they got some big decisions to make.
From mouth-watering meals to eye-opening moments, my solo trip to Seoul was unforgettable. Let's explore together.
We're now in the district of Myeongdong. This is supposedly the most popular district for tourists and expats, probably for good reason. I hear it's a very fun place to be. Right now, we're hungry, so we're gonna go and find, I've actually scouted out a local restaurant that's extremely popular, a Michelin recommended restaurant. So I'm expecting big things. Gonna go and get ourselves some local food there. I'm not quite sure what they offer, but we're gonna find out. I love it. These tight alleyways with towering stores by the side of me. I love it for a short time at least. When I come for a trip, you want to be in the thick of it, in the mix. Feels like real travel. But I would actually struggle to live somewhere quite this built up. I have done before. I don't know, something doesn't feel quite right about living in a space as built up as this. Unless you've got a huge budget to spend on your accommodation, you're going to be living in a little box. Like my current hotel, which I'm going to show you later. It's very nice, it's very clean. But let's call a spade a spade. It's a little box. There is a queue. Would you believe it? At the middle of a day on a Monday.
Michelin recommended and packed with locals on a Monday afternoon. What makes this place so special? I'm about to find out. Let's dive into what might be my most memorable meal in Korea.
Are we sitting together? Okay, hello. That's the first time I've experienced that. How lovely. UK.
UK.
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh, Japan. Oh, okay, nice. You're a tourist as well. Here looks very good. Lots of people, I think it's good.
이거 주세요. 이거 주세요.
How to say? 이거 주세요.
이거 주세요.
이거 주세요. Okay.
2人でシェアしませんか? Okay.
Sure. Okay, no problem. Yeah.
11,000 pay now.
Okay.
The best part about travel is the unexpected connections. Here I am sharing a table with a fellow solo traveler from Japan.
This year, I went to Japan for the first time. I love it. It was very good.
Thank you.
This is either the start of a heartwarming travel story or a slightly awkward rom-com movie.
Ah, good.
Let's find out which.
Very good. You're welcome. I went to the toilet, come back, and food's already here. Okay, we've got a bowl of goodness here. I think it's noodles and kind of like dumpling wrappers in a chicken broth with onions and mushrooms, kind of a thick soup. Thank you. Oh wow. Very tasty. I was kind of expecting, as it's in the tourist area, that it was going to be loads of tourists, but it's pretty much all locals. I bet on a weekend this place is like impossible to get into. So I've eaten many Chinese dumplings before, but this is my first time eating Korean dumplings. So thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Let's give this a try. They're huge as well. Really good. Really good. Yeah. Wow. All of this is so, so tasty. The sauce is really like a thick gravy. Very similar to what we would put on like a British Sunday roast. And we have tons of kimchi. Well, I almost don't see how this fits with this meal, but I guess it does. They have kimchi with everything. Wow, this is spicy. Oh, I've had such a wholesome encounter right here with this lady. Thank you so much. Bye. Nice to meet you. Bye. Oh, can't stop smiling. I've just had a spontaneous date with a Japanese lady in Korea. It turns out they did not mean for us to sit together. It just so happened that a couple jumped up from that table. So when we walked in, it looked like they were the only ones available. And then once we sat down, the lady came over and said, "Oh no, like we were going to put you there and put you there." And we were like, "No, it's okay. Don't worry, we can sit together and make friends." She's a childcare worker traveling alone. She loves Korea. She's going from here to Vienna next. Insane. I'm just buzzing. And then she even gave me a little snack. She's carrying a bag full of snacks to hand out to people, I guess. So cute, bless her. I've just spotted this here. Oh, it's a church. Is it a church? Oh my God. It is. Now this is something I'm going to show my ignorance here. I wasn't aware of the fact that there are a lot of Christians in Korea. I saw a guy, an old guy, like holding a sign, like saying "Believe in Jesus" yesterday. And now, yeah, big church. One of the most important factors leading to widespread acceptance of Christianity in Korea was the identification that many Christians forged with the cause of Korean nationalism during the Japanese occupation, 1910 to 1945. I have no idea about the validity of that statement, but that's what Wikipedia says. Wow, it's really beautiful inside. I come from a country where there are plenty of cathedrals, and that's up there. We've been walking for some time north, outwards towards the suburbs of the city, to an area that is very famous, a traditional part of the city. This village is much contrasted to the downtown parts of Seoul. Downtown, you got all the skyscrapers, you got the hustle and bustle. I mean, you saw how built up Myeongdong is, and you don't see any skyscrapers around here. It just sort of triggered a thought in my mind of something I've been enjoying about Seoul, that there are not a great deal of huge shopping malls. A lot of the stores are outside on high streets, and not just hidden inside shopping malls. We spend enough time indoors in shopping malls, and it frustrates me when everything leads you towards shopping malls and there's one on every corner. I much prefer to be walking outside, seeing the character of the streets and seeing people go about their regular lives. That's much more my style. I much prefer that. 100% organic tangerine juice. I think I'm gonna have to have one of these. Hello, I would like one of your tangerine juice. 감사합니다. Thank you very much. That is so nice.
Just 30 minutes walk from downtown Seoul, this village feels like stepping back in time. Traditional streets, pagodas, and pure silence. A stark contrast to the urban chaos that we just left.
I can imagine there's a huge amount of film sets created around this area. Let's take one. Oh no, can't go up there. Maybe that's local people's homes and hotels. not for the public.
But are the locals happy with the selfie stick wielding tourists traipsing past their homes? Let's take a look.
Look at this. These quaint little streets, look. Huh. Can I continue around this corner? It seems that I can. Oh, wow. Okay, this is the coolest part. Wow. Look at this. Huh. Imagine this is where you live. Imagine that is your house with that view. That is a sick view. And you're literally a couple of metro stops away from downtown Seoul. These must be worth a fortune. Oh, here we go. Hanok.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. I wonder how they feel about like thousands of tourists just walking past their houses every day. Can't imagine they love it. That's some serious CCTV for you. Keeping this area locked down, fam. I was just walking around here and I just happened to think about a chat that I had with a local yesterday. This individual was obviously somebody of very high education. He spoke Mandarin as well as English very well. He actually lived in China for quite some time. I couldn't help but ask, like, what's your or the collective kind of opinion on China? And he said, you know, it's definitely a sensitive issue. He feels that Korea are in a very difficult position right now because of the trade war, the ongoing polarization of viewpoints between China and America. And South Korea really holds this position right in the middle. Ever since World War II, Korea and the US have been strong allies. The US like to be very strategic and get as many military bases around China as they possibly can and convince the world that China is going to start wars around the world. He seemed to just not really know where the future of South Korea lies. It's going to be very necessary for them going forward into the future to be close with China for a lot of trade. If they're not, it's going to drastically increase living expenses in South Korea. But you know what America is like? Exactly what they're accusing China of doing is what they do and have done ever since World War II. They impose their political structure onto other countries, and if you don't follow that, well, we all know what happens there. South Korea really in a difficult position right now. It's obviously extremely nuanced and complex and sensitive.
The conversation with this local really stuck with me. A young, well-travelled man worryingly told me he's unsure about how stable or not South Korea's future might be. It really made me wonder, for you Koreans watching, how do you feel about the challenges your country is facing today? I'd love to hear your perspective down in the comments.
Wow, this so reminds me of the Forbidden City in Beijing. This is very reminiscent of their modern commercial buildings in the background with the traditional palace in the foreground. I love that contrast. And look over here, you've got the mountain ranges in suburban Seoul. This city has a lot to offer. Let's see how much it is. Hello. Hi, one ticket please. Very reasonable. Oh dear. 감사합니다. Thank you. I'm thankful when they don't rip off the tourists to come into places like this.
Before we head out to eat Korea's world famous fried chicken for the first time, it's time to dig in to some history. Behind these gates lies one of the most iconic symbols of Korea's past. But what's it really like to step into centuries of history in the middle of modern Seoul? Well, let's find out.
What happened in these big open spaces before? Like huge areas that are just with cobbled stone. Like, what went on here? What did they do? It's obviously extremely popular with people dressing up in traditional costumes, outfits to pose for pictures. Look at everyone, man. I really don't know what could have possibly been done with all this space. I mean, it's not even like there's rooms, to be honest. It's just pillars, walkways, and then a pagoda. It's obviously gone through various iterations of development, and I imagine parts of it have been destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt during wars and conflict. But originally, it was started to be built in 1395, so that dates it to have about somewhere between 600 and 700 years of history, which is a real long time. During the Joseon dynasty, Gyeongbokgung served as the home of kings of the Joseon dynasty, the king's households as well as the government of Joseon. So this actually was their home. This is massive. It's massive. The thing that I'm not quite fully grasping is everything I've looked at around this premises so far looks very new. I mean, look at this brick. Look at it. I'm sure it's been renovated and touched up, but like, how much? Because everything I've looked at looks like this so far. Maybe I'm missing something. Check this out. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. That is mad. Oh, I can't believe that. There's a free service to blow dry sand out of your shoes. That is so thoughtful. It's all sandy on the floor, it's all in my shoes. Bam, you can blow it off there. Mental. They go above and beyond here in Seoul. So, I'm going to show you my hotel. Right down there is Myeongdong Street. And our hotel is literally a 2-minute walk away from the most popular tourist area in the city. You would think, Ollie, how the hell have you got the budget for that kind of place? Balling out. This YouTube money must be paying. I found a good deal. Buzzing with it, to be honest. We're in a guest house. Slow vibe. Look at this. This is us. It's in somewhat a traditional house, and they've converted it into a bunch of rooms. How about that? We've got like a little seating area, little swing, another seating area. So let's take you into my room, shall we? Give you a little look. Yeah, so we've got this little common space. All right, here's my room right here. You don't get a great deal of space when you're in the downtown areas of Seoul, unfortunately, but this is all I really need. We've got a desk, we've got a bed, fridge. This place is coming in at just under $40 a night. Location is absolutely smashing. Hopefully we get a good night's rest, because I've been having a bit shitty sleep the past few days, and today I'm absolutely
knackered. $40 a night is not quite enough to get us our own bathroom. However, in places such as Korea and Japan, I'm not too fussed about that because they are kept extremely clean anyway. So it's not such a huge problem. See? It's 8 p.m. We are absolutely in the thick of it here in the night market of Myeongdong. Now I can see why this area is deemed so special. Look at it. It's sick. We're fully in the mix. There's something about these areas, man. They just give you energy. Seoul is most certainly a place for nighttime. Oh man, this is yeah, this is nuts. I caught you. Cheers, buddy. Have a good one. We're going to be heading somewhere pretty special right here. We're not going to be tucking into the street food on this famous street, as is the popular thing to do. We're actually going to be headed to the most famous fried chicken restaurant, fast food restaurant in Korea. Over 1,300 stores in this country. Founded in 1997, the year I was born. 26 years ago was Mum's Touch. Yes, that is the name. Good job on the marketing there, because Dad's Touch would be a little bit strange. My friend from the US has talked it up. He said, you must go. It's amazing. Fried chicken and a can of coke. I love myself a little bit of fried chicken. We'll see you there. Wow, it's a pretty cool building. What have we got here? Okay. Sweet, spicy chicken. Wow, 12,000. That must be quite a big portion. I thought they would have like small options, but it seems like your boy's going to have to waft down quite a lot. Sweet, spicy is sounding like the one. I feel like it's going to be too much if I get something else, but I can't help it. I'm not going to be holding back. I'm in the mood to eat. Gosh. Print receipt, please. Yes. Okay. In we go. This is obviously the real deal. There's a lot of people waiting. 10-minute wait, apparently. Hello. The chicken, is it sweet and spicy?
Oh, so sorry.
No worries, I'll wait. Bit of a mess up there, I think. It was supposed to be mine, but it's not. This one's mine. Is it? Is this me? Okay.
Thank you, so sorry.
Don't worry. All right. Thank you. 25 minutes later, we have our food, but I can't lie, I can't hold back my excitement now. Good Lord, this looks good. Mate, we've got our first Mum's Touch experience right here. Check this out. There's 7 huge pieces there. Oh my God, I'm excited to tuck into this. I can't even wait. I've got to get some of this chicken down me right now. That's what I needed to cheer me up. Oh yeah, that's the stuff, man. All of this. I got the sweet and spicy chicken, the chicken thigh burger, meal with fries and drink. All of that came to 21,000 won, which is about
$16. So not the cheapest fast food ever, but when you're getting white breast chicken meat and cooked fresh as well, then it's absolutely worth it. No problem whatsoever. This is absolutely fire. They're good chips too. Oh my God, they are good chips. I wish we had this in the UK. My God, this trumps any fast food restaurant we have at home by far. KFC sucks in comparison. I feel like I'm doing a mukbang. You know about mukbang? I'm sure you know about mukbang, but I just found out about it recently. People eating obscene amounts of food and live streaming it. I don't get it. It makes me feel sick, but it's a huge thing all around the world, but I think it's particularly a huge thing here in Korea. Oh my word. This really is a mukbang. How am I supposed to eat all of that? Riddle me this. I have no idea how everyone in South Korea seems to be so skinny. They're all eating fried chicken all the time. And they're all about 40 kilos. I don't get it. What's the trick? What's the hack? It doesn't make any sense. Someone needs to be picking apart the genes of these Koreans. They got some fast metabolism. I'm starting to actively not enjoy it now because my stomach is about to explode. Holy shit. Ladies and gents, if you got to this far in the video, you are an absolute legend, alright? If you want early access to all of my YouTube videos, you can click the link of Patreon down in the description. Please do follow me over on Instagram as well. The link's down there. I'll be updating stories always. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.